Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we are going to show you the process of how we managed to move 2 full-size cabooses over to the railroad. This was quite a massive undertaking, and the process took just over 2 years to complete. A lot of steps were involved, so I'll be accompanying you throughout the timeline of the footage you're about to see today. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, Paul first learned of these cabooses simply by driving through Cedar River one day. He noticed a few were parked on the side of the road, and from there it was as simple as knocking on the owner's door and inquiring if they'd be willing to sell one, if not both. Originally, we had planned on obtaining only one caboose. However, after more time had passed and more thought went into the layout of the railroad, the decision was made to bring both home, which leads us to our next phase. Once the deal was struck, a lot of work needed to be done to get the site ready for both cabooses. This entailed digging trenches to run water and power lines out to each unit, as well as leveling off a small section of the property for new rail to be put down as a permanent site. It took a few months of constant work, but once the last section of rail was bent into place, all that was left to do was coordinate the pickup. Since there are no active railroads leading close to Scandia, options for hauling each caboose was limited. The path of least resistance entailed hiring the services of a crane crew and trucking each car to the new site. However, on pickup day, there was a small setback. We quickly learned that we were going to need a bigger crane. After getting things situated with the new crane, things went pretty smooth. The only factor we had to fight against was the sun, as it was easily one of the hottest days of summer that year. But once the last caboose was safely put down on the last trailer, we began work on the next phase. Before the cabooses could arrive, we needed to make sure there was something to set them down on. So, while the last car was being loaded onto a trailer, Paul went back to Scandia to unload the car trucks onto the new tracks.
They're coming with them today. We'll set them on the tracks, so when the cabooses come, they can set them on top of the trucks.
Once this was done, it was time to move the cabooses to their new home. It took a lot of time, effort, and patience to get this far. But it can't be understated just how elated we were to see these cabooses pulling up our driveway. And after a few short hours of carefully maneuvering each car onto the track, the hard part was done, but we weren't finished yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work.
That's going to be so cool.
Now that each caboose was set in place, the last step was to construct a retaining wall behind the tracks to hold back enough dirt for a walkway and small parking lot to be constructed for ease of access. now that the move was done, the last thing to do was show them off. Here is where the cabooses sit at the time of this upload. Make no mistake though, we are nowhere near finished with them. Plans to restore each caboose are in full swing. However, that is a story for another video. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the footage of this monumental move. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.